Check out SketchMaster by tookaGD, a level where after turning into a pencil, you'll have 2 seconds to draw any path that you want. However, you can only have one sketch at a time, and later on there are switches that only activate if your paths end there, leading to some really unique puzzles. If you're a fan of slope boosting, make sure to check out Archipelago by HumanBeing99999, which has an underwater section partway through where you'll grow axolotl gills. This will grant you a mid-air dash, a double jump, and a wall cling, making for some really fun movement. ALittleFrozenHook by KoraCaesh was recently rated epic. In this level, you can double-click to grab onto and subsequently launch yourself towards the nearest window or cliffside. To get you more comfortable with the hook shot, the first few checkpoints chain together multiple windows in a row, add solid blocks that you swing around, and add rotating flames that you dodge. You'll then encounter targets that switch certain blocks on and off, and platforms that disappear whenever your hook is out. The level culminates in a boss fight where you use all of the skills you learned to launch boulders back at Tracetone while propelling yourself away from their barrage of snowballs and spike shockwaves. Motleyorc, famous for their classic level B, has returned to Geometry Dash after 8 years with a legendary rated platformer HEAVENSWARD, a getting over it styled level. In this level, you play as a slime who can only move through angling the direction and charging the power of your jumps. Mr. Lambda got their first creator point with Giant Portal. Enter Portal, Big Cube, Big Robot, Big Jetpack, Big Subscribe. Matej has just earned their first epic rate with LightCharged, where upon clicking a lightning orb, you'll enter the charged state, which grants you 3 mid-air jumps you can use before powering down. However, there are both spikes that become harmless when you're in the charged state, and magnet blocks that pull you towards them while you're powered up, meaning that you'll have to carefully conserve your extra jumps. Anomaly log 001 as day dies. If you have found this journal, you are in imminent danger. We do not know when it started, but the sun has turned against humanity. This is not a drill. Find the nearest shelter and hold your position. If you are unfortunate enough to find yourself outside, look for any and all gadgets. There may be some leftover orb duplicators from vLibra Productions. It has a short range and will copy the nearest orb it can reach. We unfortunately haven't tested it with black orbs, but our studies suggest it is prone to causing explosions. And make sure to keep note of its slight activation delay while interacting with moving platforms or traveling across zip lines. Another gadget you may find is the heliograph. It'll emit a signal a few seconds before the sun enters a disturbed state. If you do not find cover, the sun will pulsate and instantly vaporize you. And before further progressing, watch out for any remaining energy dissipating out of solar-powered lamps. The sudden change in the sun has also led to a containment breach. If you see these oblong bats or blickers, make sure to fall no more than 3 blocks. Hopefully you don't have to fend off the other anomalies. Redacted, redacted, and redacted. Cucu has become the first victor of monitoring a potential top 1, where he struggled mostly with the trio of blue orbs in the ball section, which is likely the hardest part of the level due to its awkward click pattern. The beginning of the swing section was also quite rough, as he had to pass a black orb, then time a brutal gravity flip to both dodge a ceiling spike and squeeze through this diagonal gap. According to Cucu, they find this level harder than Delightful Climb, so this could very well be a top 1 platformer. Some other notable completions this week include Voplat on the former rated top 1 Diamonds for Dashers, and Crerro on the aforementioned Delightful Climb. Top 50 player Masked has earned their first rate through a verification of In Too Deep by ReJoi, a low-gravity cube-only extreme inspired by the impossible platformer Lexapro. It begins with some extremely satisfying high jumps off of falling platforms, including a black orb click to catch back up and then reuse an already activated platform. However, the final section past the death sign is by far the hardest, as it's filled up with early and late timings that are both fairly precise and easily chokeable. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and shoutouts to our channel members.